Hello everyone.
Hi everybody.
So today's thumbnail is there's just so much to consider when building a home, and this applies in any country, but we're specifically talking about our build here in the Philippines. So of course we talk about being cautious and about getting a good attorney and having a good architect and having a good contractor, and we have all of them. So really, what I want to talk about today is all the things that's not included in that. So, picking the paint color. That's something that Wilma and I have to do. Fixtures. What type of fixtures? What's the theme of the house when it comes to colors inside and out? Tile choice. Which way we want certain things to go. Do we want the windows to have screens or no screens, or sliders left and right, or open from the bottom out, screens on the outside, screens on the inside? I mean, there's so many decisions that people come to us, the architect, the contractor, and we need to make those decisions. So it just seems like now that we're getting close, and now that we're probably 1 to 2 months away from moving in, we're making a ton of decisions. Give you another example, the type of hot water heaters that we want. You go into different stores, they have 4 or 5 different brands. What brand do you buy? Multi-point, single point, high flow, PSI, low flow, PSI. These are all things that Wilma and I really don't have a lot of experience in. And there's some YouTubers out there that we watch that have a lot more construction knowledge than Wilma and I. But we're getting an education pretty quick. And the good news is we watched their channels back when I was in the US, and then of course here, and I've gotten some education, but still, when you go into a tile store and they have 200 choices of tile, it's a difficult choice. So when you get ready to build your home, you need to be ready for that. Wilma and I have to be in sync. She may want one color, I might like another. So it's real important to be on the same page. And I think you guys know now with our channel, I let Wilma do the picking. And it just makes it easier. Happy wife, happy life. But still, we're on the road a lot. You guys know that we're kind of burning the candle at both ends, and we're not complaining by any stretch. I mean, we're enjoying the process. Is there ups and downs? Of course. We're responsible for certain things, and I think I've outlined that in the last live stream that we did. But there is certain things that we're responsible for, and we need to go out and make sure that we purchase them. Like all the landscaping is our responsibility. So, when do we start the landscaping? Do we wait for the house to be completed? Do we try to do as much as we can now? And you guys think that, I'm going with that 80-20 rule, trying to get, as much of the landscaping done during construction, and at the same time staying away from the guys who's doing the actual construction of the house. So if you guys are thinking about building a home here in the Philippines, and we're doing this update just because, like I said in yesterday's walk and talk, it just seems like all of a sudden, I guess it's with the new year coming, there's a lot of foreigners coming into this area looking to buy land and looking to build their own dream house in this area. So be ready for that. Your contractor will take care of you if you pick the right contractor. Your architect will do a great job. Your attorney will handle all the legal aspects of transferring the title. Surround yourself with good people like we did. But at the end of the day, there's still a lot of decisions, right?
A lot of decisions to make.
A lot of decisions that you have to make, and you gotta kind of wrap your head around that and get ready for it, and realize that you're really got to set your life aside during the build. So the contractor will come up, or the foreman, hey, I'm getting ready tomorrow to work on your spare bathroom. What type of faucet do you want? Do you want a side mount? You want a back mount? You got to, one, know what it is, and two, understand that it's going to look different if you choose different types. And what's your style? What color do you want? These are all things that you need to consider and be ready for. So that's the topic of today's introduction. And let's get up to the work site and see what's going on. Construction day 133. And I don't know if you can see or not inside there. It's very bright today. All Wilma does all day is mops floors. She's trying so hard. It's driving her crazy with the construction crew. She moved their I call it their dining room table to the carport to try to keep the guys off the porcelain tile. But she's walking around with a broom. And now look, she's mopping. Again, I don't know if you can see in there or not. It's very bright out here. But she's going around just mopping away, trying to keep that floor nice and clean. But what a nice day today. We finally got some blue ocean, partly cloudy. So we did have quite a few days, right around Christmas. There was 3 days of rain. And then the last couple of days it's been overcast. No rain, but just overcast. But now today, it feels like summer again. So nice blue water, and we're happy to see the warm weather again. So you can see Janelle down there. Just did a clip on him. He's getting ready to dig the trench, so he's working on that. We are waiting for a load of concrete to come. So they're down to the last 3 bags, but it looks like those bags picked up some moisture. So they already kind of turned to a rock. So the guys are just doing some busy work trying to finish up some of the columns. And then the guys that are laying a tile are really waiting for the load to come of cement. And I can hear Jerry, the foreman. He's actually working today on getting the tile ready and the shower ready for the piping, because we're going to have the hot water heater inside the vanity, and we won't see the water heater or any of the pipes. So he's working on that today. So I'll take a walk in there and kind of show you what he's doing. So here in the master shower, you can see that this still needs to be tiled. But what we're trying to accomplish here is have no heater and just having the 2 shower heads show. No hoses, no blue piping, nothing. We want to have everything just on the other side of the wall. So all you see is just a fixture. So to accomplish that, a lot of work needs to be done on this side. So here's Jerry, and he doesn't like to be on camera too much. But he's the foreman here, as well as a tile setter, and he's actually a licensed electrician as well. But he's doing the plumbing here. And remember, we moved this outlet from up on the other side to down here. So this is where it'll get plugged in. And then look at all the work he has to do. He has to dig all this concrete out to allow the piping to be in the vanity. And this will be tiled. This will all have a tile on it. But now we have to have the water lines come from the other side down around and be ready to get heated on this side. So look at all this additional work just to make that real clean, flush look in the shower area. So look at the beautiful tile and look at all the concrete residue. And then also with all these joints, what they do is, I said they glue and epoxy. So here's the normal glue that they use for the piping. But then they come back around on top of the joint and put a marine epoxy around it. And they say they do that because it really helps to make sure that all the joints are sealed. Because just think about, setting all this up and then tiling over it, turning the water on, and it leaks. So they do that extra epoxy around all the joints in the hope that it's going to prevent any leaks. But look at all this additional work just to make the showers look real modern. So you can see here that here is the main line, type 6 wire. So it's a thick wire. And it's one continuous piece. You can see the excess there. And it's all inside this PVC. And every joint of the PVC is glued all the way up the fence line. And then it goes up to the pergola, through the ceiling, and directly into the panel. So that's all been completed. So now we need to work on getting this trench dug. So we ran the wire in the PVC through this column. And then when they pour the column, it'll all be embedded. So what we're going to do here, what Janelle's going to start, and I think he's starting today, is he's going to dig down 80 cm. So, more than 2 feet. And he's going to come to here and stop. Just because we have some more deliveries coming. And this is the service road that the guys take to make deliveries. So we're going to start here today and just stop. And then we're going to have to grab another guy and just move some of these rocks, because here's our pole. And you can see our transformer. So it's very nice that it's close. We just have to get this trench dug. So we'll start up here and we'll see how many rocks that we hit. But we're just going to have to move some of these rocks out of the way and then dig a trench and go right to this pole with the conduit. And then what we're also going to do is under this roadway, which there will be some delivery trucks. So I mean, think about it, when say our neighbors build their house, they'll be getting deliveries. So our wire will be 80 cm underground, but we will bury it in cement and gravel. So all be embedded in cement and gravel. Now we don't need to do that over here because there's no truck traffic. But across this roadway, the service road, we will certainly do that. And then our neighbor did get all the supplies up here. So we'll be running 2 conduits in the line. And then he has some wire that we'll pull through. And then we'll just use the same trench. It'll go up, it'll turn, and then we will bury his conduit right up the fence line. And then we'll roll up his excess wire, and then he can do with it what he wants to. So it'll be prepped. So I guess he'll have to come up here and waterproof it, I would imagine. And then what we'll do is we will take Janelle's cost for his labor, and then the cement costs, and then we'll just split it 50-50, and we'll share the cost. So it looks like we're getting ready to start the trench for the main wire today. Janelle is making some nice progress here. You can see all the way down. Look how good that looks. So this is all sand. You can see we're still sticking with the pitch. Always trying to keep the water channeling this way. So this is all sand. You can see it's a sandy bottom, and then layer of the rocks. Now, of course, when we paint the wall, we're just gonna have to move the rocks back 6 inches. No big deal. The guys will put 2 coats of paint. Then Janelle will just move the rocks back. But remember, I said it before, I've seen so many fences here in the Philippines where they just build their fence right here on the dirt, and then they leave it dirt, and then the rain hits and splatters up on the fence. So we don't want that. We want to try to keep the concrete as clean as possible, and it just looks good. But we still have to work this one column. That still needs work, and I think they need to pull this out a little bit to get it a little thicker to come up. So that still needs to be done. Now down through here, because remember, all the water is going to come down this way. From about this area all the way down to here, we have a whole bunch of large rocks, size of bowling balls, all the way down. Remember, we dug this dirt out down to the footing, and then we laid it with a large rock, and then put this smaller rock landscaping rock over top of it, just so it has a place to go. And you can just see how high this is, and it's this even pitches. So we feel pretty confident that, you know, any water that comes from the top of the property down will naturally flow this way. And then the hope is to continue to flow it. So some real nice progress here, and I think it really looks good, and I can't wait for it to be painted. And then that's another choice we have to make, what color paint. We're going to do all the columns one color and then the panels another, and everyone has told me don't paint the panels white because it's hard to keep clean. So we'll probably do the opposite, and our architect gave us a really great suggestion. He said paint the panels a darker color than the columns, because typically people will paint the columns darker and the panels lighter. So he actually did a 2D version of what he suggested what the fence looks like, and this was kind of like a beigey tan, and then the columns I believe was white, and it looked really nice. Not sure if we're going to do it yet. We still need to discuss, but take a look. What do you think? Definitely looking good. All right, so we are down today to 3 bags of cement, and you can see Pino is hanging out by the cement guarding it. But this cement picked up a little moisture, so it's kind of hard, and the guys don't want to use it. But we're waiting for cement delivery today. There was Philip. He was taking a nap behind the tile there. So there's the boys today, doing good, but waiting for a cement delivery. So let's hope it comes soon. Condensed milk, pieces of chicken, and rice, and just a little bit of water to make it soft. And you can see the boys are definitely going at it today. They must be extra hungry, even though we fed them twice yesterday. We fed them in the morning, and then we fed them again before we left. And this morning they're really chowing down. So can you hear the music? That's music of cement arriving at the work site just in time. I mean, they're literally down to like their last bag. So full load of cement. Hey, what are you doing?
Keeping my beautiful floor clean.
You've mopped that about 72 times already. Just non-stop going around. It's not even grouted yet.
No, just trying to keep it clean just so they don't get scrubbed.
She told all the workers if they walk on this floor, they have to walk barefoot. So the guys are listening. So I've been walking around when I come up on here, and I'm trying to stay away from the floor. But when I do, I have to walk in my socks. So she's trying to keep it clean. You can see the water over there. See how shiny it is? So keeping your floor clean? All right. Trying is the key word.